Hey, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing today? So Netflix just put out this new movie called Mute, which is directed by Duncan Jones. And if you don't know, Duncan Jones is actually David Bowie's son, and he's directed a couple other movies. And to be honest, I'm really not the biggest fan of him. He's really hit or miss for me personally. However, after this movie, I'm thinking I'm gonna change my tune a little bit. However, asterisk, there is a vast possibility that I might be the only person on the planet who gives this movie a positive review because it's fucking weird. Seriously, it is not gonna be for everybody. Basic plot of the movie, you have Alexander Skarsgård playing this mute character. He suffered from an incident as a child, and now he's an adult, and he has a girlfriend, and his girlfriend goes missing, so now he has to go and find her. However, it takes place way in the future, so it's this very futuristic looking world. So basically, it's an Amish version of Liam Neeson in a futuristic Blade Runner world. And if that doesn't sound interesting to you, then this movie's probably not for you. And then you have Paul Rudd and Justin Theroux kind of on the side, and there's a couple other little factions like sprinkled around. It's not quite Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, but it gets a little complicated. Now, as much as I enjoyed the creativity in the movie, the absolute worst part of the movie was Justin Theroux. Now, I don't mind Justin Theroux as an actor personally, but I just thought everything about his character was just like, no. The character looked kind of ridiculous, and he sounded goofy, and also he's just a creep. Like, he's into some really, like, weird shit in the movie. So basically, there was almost nothing likable about his character. I mean, it served the story, but it's just like, I don't know, it could have been done a lot better. And some people might think that Skarsgård did a shitty job because he was a one-note character, but he can't talk. So it's a little bit difficult of a role for you to not sound one note in because you're not supposed to make any sound. But there were some times where you could just kind of see him emote just in his face, and I personally thought he did a good job. Like, I could feel everything that he was feeling on screen. Paul Rudd, though, is probably the most divisive character in the entire movie because he's clearly got some bad shit about him, and he's clearly got some admirable shit about him, and you really just don't know how to feel about him. I can't tell you if he's a good character or a bad character, but he is a layered character. But therein also lies another fault in the movie. I'm not totally sure who the main character really is. You would think it's Skarsgård just because of the title of the movie, but they spend a lot of time with Paul Rudd, and there's a period of the movie where it kind of like gets a little disjointed and it spends a little bit too much time on Paul Rudd. There's a couple scenes with him that I thought could have been shortened a little bit. And like I said, this movie does kind of look like a very Blade Runner-y kind of movie, and it's very obvious where the influences come from, but it's not like a total ripoff. Not in my opinion, anyway. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the vast majority of like the visuals in this movie were all practical. I mean, I'd have to watch it again to like actually keep tabs on it, but I'm pretty sure they used a lot of like non-CG stuff in it. And I liked it. I thought it was visually interesting. I thought the costume design was kind of creative. And the music was pretty alright from what I remember. There's actually one song in the movie that's actually like a xylophone version of a Nirvana song that I didn't quite catch when I heard it. But after a few seconds of listening to the melody, I was like, oh shit, that actually kind of fits. Alright. And there's some things that get set up in a very nuanced way that kind of like come full circle towards the end of the movie. Like, I can't describe them because I don't want to give anything away. But there was just little details here and there that I thought were good choices. And I don't know about everybody else, but I personally really enjoyed the ending. I thought the movie ended on pretty much the perfect note. However, despite the ending was on a perfect note, I don't think it's a perfect film, so therefore, out of 10, I think I'm gonna give it a 7.9. It was really creative, it was really wacky and weird, and you will probably hate Justin Theroux's character because there's nothing likable about him. But this movie's entertaining, and it's something different, and it's not 100% original, but it's got enough cool stuff in there that it'll keep your attention for 2 hours. And I don't know if this is gonna be anybody else's cup of tea except for mine, but I recommend you give it at least one watch, because if nothing else, it'll give you something to talk about. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Have you heard of this movie? Have you seen it? Hop in the comments. Let me know what's up. Other than that, if you like this review, give me a like, subscribe, do all that other bullshit, and I will catch you guys later.